Hi guys, so today I'm going to work in my traveler's notebook. I have a picture of my sisters and I wanted to dedicate a layout to my sisters because they're very special in my life. And if you have a sister, you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, I want to use my Felicity Jane paper this week. So I'm just going through everything and trying to figure out what I want to use. I know I want to use some greens in this layout, so I did grab that 3x4 card, and I will add some layering to my picture. So I grabbed a dolly, and I'm actually going to cut down that card because I felt like it was too long, which is going to be very helpful later on. You'll see in the video. But anyways, I do want a background. I want to use some paper for my background. I cut that one down, and it's really subtle. It just has some pink and green flowers, and I like how it looks with my layering and my picture. So I glued that down, and I still felt when I added my picture that it was way too subtle. So I go through my washi tape, and I will choose a pink washi, but very subtle. It's not too bright, and decide to use that to kind of bring in some pinks to my layouts. And once I do that, I look at the right side of my page, and I know I want to stamp, but I want to bring in that green or bring in some black. So I decide I'm going to flip the top of the page and add some pattern paper under it to kind of just bring a little bit of color to that page. So I'm going through my paper and I still want green. So I remembered that I cut down that 3x4, and I decide I'm going to use that little scrap to add behind my little flip. And it worked out perfect. I'm so happy that I cut down that 3x4. And I'm just going to cut around it and make it look pretty. And voila, you have a little piece of green paper under my paper. Anyway, I stuck the two pages together, and I'll put a little bit of glue on the flip so it can hold the flip down. And I really like how it turned out, and I was happy with it. And now that I did that, I have the same pattern paper on both sides of my page. I'm happy with my layering, so I decide I'm just going to start gluing everything down. And I'm just making sure that I'm sticking everything down like I want it to be with my picture. I don't stick down my picture yet because I know I want to add some embellishments. So I'm just going to start going through my paper and my embellishments to kind of figure out what I want to use. I have this sticker sheet from Falicity Jane that has beautiful, beautiful sentiments and colors. So I cut out this heart, and I cut out, I think, the word forever and a little flower. You know, I have to add my flowers. And I like how I set them, so I'm just gonna start sticking them down and stick down my picture. So I still feel like the right side of the page needs something, but I still want it to be subtle. So I grab this paper and I decide I'm going to cut out one of the flowers, and I cut out a few of the leaves and decide that I'm going to add that to the bottom of my page. And I like that it's in black and white. That way, you know, if I add any color to this page, it will still pop. So anyways, I'm just going to glue that down, and then I'm going to start stamping. I had a lot of different quotes that I wanted to stamp, but I chose one that I felt like it represents my sisters. So anyways, I grabbed 2 different stamp sets, and I think I'm going to stamp with my Feed Your Craft because they're smaller and they fit really well in a traveler's notebook. And that I would end up stamping with the Kelly Perkies because they're bigger and bolder, that I would use that for my word sisters, just to emphasize the word sisters. But once I start stamping, I'm such a messy stamper, it's ridiculous, and it takes me forever. I saved you guys from that. I decided, you know what, I'm going to grab some green alphas and use that for my sisters instead of stamping. And I like how it turned out because now the sisters is the focal point of my quote. And then I go back to my Feed Your Craft stamps and finish up my quote. And my quote says, "In the cookies of life, sisters are the chocolate chips." And really, my sisters are my chocolate chips. So I love this quote. It works really well with my sisters. And this is me cleaning my stamps, by the way. I'm horrible at cleaning my stamps. I'm just erasing everything, or my lines, and I'm going to add a border around my layout. And then I decide I'm going to punch out, some butterflies in like a gray paper. And I think it turned out really cute. I'm just going to glue those down. And I think I'm going to also grab my crystal drops. I was going to try this pink and see if it matches my pink, but it does not. So I move on. I just use my green and black and add a bunch of drops to my layout. And I call it done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.